It's common to have fears as a creative or a freelancer that you're not measuring up or others are getting ahead and you're feeling behind. This video is going to change all that. I know what it's like when you have that feeling of being behind. It can be super draining, it can be really disheartening. So the first thing to really understand is how you're measuring yourself. Often we can really get into a game of comparisons. So we're looking at where others are and we're really judging that their success is greater than us, or that they're achieving things faster, or that we're so far behind. So it's to really understand that if we're making those comparisons and we're feeling drained or we're feeling stressed as a result, then those comparisons are not motivating us, they're not beneficial. And the other thing is to really know that we never see the full picture. So we might see someone in a position of success, we might see someone far ahead of us, but we don't know the full picture of their life. It might be that they've got a fantastic book deal, but what we don't realise is that their marriage fell apart, or that they're having a really challenging relationship with their kids right now, or that they're feeling overwhelmed. In the Instagram world that we have, everyone's success can really look glossy and fantastic, and we can feel that they have everything and we have nothing. But we never get that full picture. So those comparisons that we make, we're always the ones that end up suffering as a result. So we really want to find a way to measure ourselves from our own standards and really get clear about what's important to us. So firstly, really understand that if you're measuring yourself against others, if you're doing it in a way that isn't beneficial, you can let that go. You can let those comparisons go. And also to really understand that when you start measuring yourself from your own criteria, then things will really improve. So sometimes it can be really useful to get a sense of how far you've come. So you might look at really focusing on the things that you have achieved, the things that you have accomplished in your life. Sometimes we feel that we're behind or we're not getting ahead because we're focusing on the lack and we've put all of our accomplishments into our blind spot. So when we really start to ask ourselves, but wait, where have I come from? What have I achieved? What is good in my life right now? We suddenly think, oh, actually I'm feeling a whole lot better. So that's that first area, to really get clear of how you're measuring yourself. Have you fallen into that comparison game that's making you feel a lot worse? Do you feel that everyone's got this glossy life and you're not actually giving them the benefit of the doubt and understanding that we all have challenges? We can all show up in a YouTube video and everything looks fantastic, but we all have challenges going on behind the scenes. The second area that I find really, really useful when we're trying to deal with this feeling of getting behind is to understand that faster isn't always better. And a nice little phrase that I find really useful is to really love those detours. So faster isn't always better in terms of having that success right now might not be the best thing for you. Sometimes it can be really useful in that it's taken you 1 or 2 years to get to that next place in your career, because in those 1 or 2 years you've really built up the skills. Like, for example, when I think about me and this YouTube channel, I was so impatient at the beginning. Like, I wanted a load of subscribers, I wanted a load of people following me, but in actual fact, because this channel stayed very small for a couple of years, it gave me the opportunity to make a lot of mistakes without that many people watching me. So really trust that if it is taking you additional time to get to where you want, that actually can be really beneficial. It means that you get to fall on your face and not that many people are watching. It really means that you get to build your skills and your confidence ready for when that next level of success comes to you. And that second area of trusting your detours, again, sometimes we can really really feel that we've fallen behind because we took a major detour in our life and we went 2 years completely in the wrong direction, or maybe even 5 or 10 years in the wrong direction. But again, it's to trust that that detour was really important. So for example, with me, I took a major detour with a long-term relationship, and my creative career was really put on hold as I was trying to hold that relationship together, and I got very sidetracked. But now what that means, now that I've really got my business and my life and my career really in my focus now, it makes me a better coach, because it means that when I'm working with clients who are struggling with their relationships, I've actually learnt a lot. So even in those 10 years when I was struggling with that relationship and I felt like I wasn't making advances, actually behind the scenes, without me realizing, it was making me a much better life coach. So sometimes those detours are teaching us things that we might not realize are relevant, and then suddenly we think, do you know what, I'm actually really glad that I went on that massive detour, because it's taught me some really fantastic life skills that I may not have experienced. So love those detours. Understand that faster isn't always better. So there we go, my friends. If you feel behind, really understand that it might be that those comparisons are giving you a sense of falling short, and that there's a better way to look at yourself, look at your progress, find a way to measure yourself that's going to make you feel positive, that's going to make you understand that you have made some achievements, that you are making some advances. And then also to trust that timing, to really understand that those detours have given you so much. There we go. Lots of tips today to help you overcome those fears of falling behind, overcome those fears that others are getting ahead and you're not. I really hope you found this video valuable. If you're new here, then you might want to consider subscribing and joining this community on YouTube. I also have a community on Facebook as well, the Write No Matter What community. And I'm there live every week, helping writers and creative entrepreneurs really tap into their potential, really tap into what's special and unique about them, and achieve and fulfill their dreams. We would so love for you to come and join us in the community. You'll find a link below. It's a free community to join, and you'll just have a few questions and then you'll become part of the community. So wishing you a beautiful week, and hopefully see you on the sofa next Monday. Take care till then.